Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Greatness Quest. This is Trevor Crane, and the subject for today is being the man. In fact, I'm going to do a book review called Be the Man, but this is relevant to you if you're a man or a woman. I know you're going to love the show today, and it's a video show. So if you want to check us out on video versus just audio on the podcast, go to trevorcrane.tv to check it out. I know you're going to love the show.
Welcome to a daily dose of Greatness Quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. All right, this is only the 5th or 6th time I've gone to record this. Technical difficulties, too long of an episode, da-da-da-da-da. But here's the thing. I wanted to make this short and sweet for you. I wanted to make this amazing. I want to share with you the value I've gotten from this book called Be the Man. I didn't want to just give you a review here. I want to share with you my own personal experience. I want to share with you how this book and this movement of the concept that you're going to learn from this book is changing my life. Years ago, I used to lie a lot. I used to steal. I spent a day in prison when I was shoplifting. After I got caught shoplifting when I was 18 years old, I turned 18, and I had just barely qualified for an academic scholarship that took me from Glendale Community College in Arizona to Arizona State, and I had just gotten an A on a summer school exam. And when I transferred, they only took my A. So I was a junior in college at 18 years old, and I had a 4.0 grade point average. And I put all of that on the line to steal some shit from a store because I was running a pattern of thinking that the world owed me something. And I had grown up. I fell into a pattern of telling bullshit lies, and it didn't stop there. But what happened was it scared me straight. And so for the first time in my life after 18, when I got caught, man, it was the shittiest thing, scariest thing ever. But it scared me straight, and it scared me into actually my truth and living a much better friggin' path of desiring to earn something and tell the truth instead of steal, and to try to take things from people. So as much as it sucked, it was one of the biggest gifts I ever had. And what ended up happening is, let's say a few months later, I tried to do something else shitty and underhanded, and it was going to be stealing again. And I thought that I was still broke and I had a plan to make some money, but it wasn't going to be something where I was going to steal. And I lost the ability to be able to do it without having a freaking heart attack. I did, again, I was still only 18. I don't know why I was so stupid to try something again, but my heart felt like I was going to beat out of my chest. I broke out into hives. I took off my shirt and I took pictures of the fact that, like, I thought I was going to fucking die. I had to call my buddy. We were going to do something with credit cards or some kind of stupid credit card scam or something. And I said, dude, I don't care what has happened. We got to call it off. I'm going to fucking die. I couldn't take it. And that said, that doesn't mean that I haven't told lies to myself many times or told lies to others. But what I found in the truth has been the coolest freedom I have ever experienced in my life. And I'm finding that there's always another level of truth. I'm talking about truth, and I'm talking about my learnings and lessons because for the last 8 to 9 months, I've been studying with Garrett in the Warrior Movement. And every month that goes by, he offers more value and more ways to make a difference in my life. And I don't know another human on the planet, not one, that is teaching a doctrine and a discipline that helps you improve all areas of your life, body, being, balance, and business. I don't know one. I know I love Tony Robbins. I love so many of my mentors. It's not like in Mastery University. If you've ever been with Tony Robbins, you don't study wealth and you don't study business. You don't study relationships. You do all of that. But what about a daily discipline of what do you do every single day to improve every area of your life, your body, being, balance, and business? And balance by the way, is your connection with your family and the people that you love most. And being is your connection with purpose and spirit and God and whatever that means to you. I don't know anybody. I get on YouTube and I look for videos, and Matthew McConaughey has given his 22 secrets of awesomeness. And he talks about being able to excel in one area of life, but sucking miserably in the other. See, most people don't have it all. The keys to the kingdom here are here. I wear the bling of the warrior movement every single day. You go to wakeupwarrior.com to check it out. My call to action for you today is to go get this book, Be the Man. This is the next iteration of the best doctrine of how do you shift things. And it starts off with a subtitle that says, Stop Lying, Start Leading Today. And I've recently asked questions to you on my podcast and to myself, and I'm constantly asking questions to challenge myself with, and it came up with the revelation that we're all lying to ourselves about different things. We don't always do it consciously. In fact, that was my revelation from my reading today. And when I say revelation, what I'm talking about is that when you read something and consume something, whether it's on a webinar, podcast, a mentor, somebody gives you something, that you take the time to go ahead and stop, pause, jot it down, write it down, put it into your journal. And what this becomes is your scripture from somebody that's alive, that's a human, that loves you, and it's you, and you get to write it. Now, I didn't come up with this. This wasn't my idea. This wasn't my language of like revelation scripture, whatnot. This is a gift Garrett gave me. It's something I learned by being in this movement. And I also learned that the journey is never over on you giving to your clients and you giving to the people that you want to serve. I've seen that because I watched Garrett do it. And he didn't say, Trevor, you should read my book and write down your revelations. He didn't bullshit me. He said, if I'm going to ask you to do something, I better test it and try it myself. See, there's a difference. When you're following somebody who speaks truth, they speak something and you can smell it, you can feel it, you can tell that there's an energy behind it. And sometimes you call bullshit, I don't believe it. And there's just something that you go ahead and say, I don't know, I don't think I buy that. But when somebody's walking their talk, when somebody's speaking their truth, when somebody's footsteps, if you look at their path, it is in line with their words, they're talking about absolute truths. Stop lying and start leading today, whether you're a man or a woman. If you're a woman, you're probably going to want to give this book to your man. Or you're a woman that's into woman, and you should share it with your woman. I'm cool with that. Share it with your dogs. I don't care. But do Garrett a favor and review it, read the book, get the book, Be the Man. I've given this gift to 2 or 3 of my friends so far. Shipped them the book. My cost. You should go pick it up on Amazon today for $20 or whatever it is. Have it shipped to your house. You can start it tomorrow. What Garrett gave me was some additional coaching in our program. He said, brother, we need to get back to the foundation, to the fundamentals of what it means of this belief system. And I want you to go through this book. And in order to show you that I mean what I say, there are so many revelations you will get when you go through this book. And then you take time to write down your findings and your beliefs and what stood out to you and what's important to you. When you do that, you'll take your life to another level in the 4 areas we focus on: body, being, balance, and business. And he didn't just give it lip service. He decided to do it himself. So do you know of an author that reads their own book and goes back through to learn from it, from the first word to the last word, from the foreword to the end of the book, and then is willing to share his notes and revelations about and share his internal fears and the battles that he has with his own, whatever his shit is? And then not just Garrett, but his entire team and the entire leaders that are in the program, and not just go through it, but to share their findings with the rest of us. See, what I've discovered today in my revelations that I wrote down in my journal is that there's always another level of truth, and our challenge is to rise in the truth, to have the courage to say what I need to say. Because sometimes we lie, even when we don't mean to. but to find our next layer of truth. And when we do, we give other people permission to do the same. That's a great Marianne Williamson quote, by the way. I'm not going to get into that right now. Actually, you know what? I'll share it on the Daily Dose notes. I'm going to share the Marianne Williamson's quote about the light and the darkness. It's a freaking great one. I'm not in the right mind space to repeat it for you right now. But here's my challenge for you. Go get this book. And I want to give you one more gift. The daily quote is going to be from Marianne Williamson. It's a long one, but it's a beautiful one. Powerful beyond measure. It's pretty cool. It's my light, not my darkness, that most frightens us. That's it. I'm kind of getting it now. I want to go ahead and share with you something by sharing my screen. I did this on my computer so that I could go ahead and pull it up for you. So real briefly, let me do that. It always seems to pause here, so bear with me. I may do a little video edit to take that out, but well, this isn't that bad. So I'm going to share with you my screen real quick. Two things. I want to share with you Amazon. Let me go here real quick. If you look at this book on Amazon, and I hope this will happen again, I tried to record this the first time and there was a glitch and I couldn't get it done. And I was bragging that there were 87 reviews on the Be the Man book on Amazon. And then I refreshed my computer to do it again, and there's 145 5-star reviews, not one less than a 5-star review. This book is here, but here's the thing. One of the beautiful things about this book is it's up and it's available in 145 men. I'm assuming men, maybe there's some women as well, that have reviewed this book in the last 24 to 48 hours. Phenomenal. But what Garrett's missing here, and what I like to do with Epic Author Publishing, is I like to help people position their book so that Amazon can promote you to everybody who's looking for your content. And as if you scroll down here, I don't see that Garrett is in any categories on Amazon where he's a #1 bestseller. And he must be, right? He's got 145 reviews here. I'm going to talk about reviews here in a second too, because this is an important thing. Amazon will pull reviews if you don't have, if they're not given in the right way. I'm going to comment about that in a second. But if you want to become a #1 bestseller on Amazon, one of the important things is you need to position your book into the categories that are relevant to your book so that you can actually become a #1 bestseller. The way this book, unless I am mistaken, and it is possible that I'm mistaken, I don't believe so in any way, shape, or form, Garrett right now is number 5,000 in books, which is freaking incredible. It's awesome. And all of Amazon that's competing with J.K. Rowling and Stephen King and James Patterson and every book ever, right? Which is awesome. The challenge is he could be in these other categories where he could become a #1 bestseller in multiple categories across multiple platforms in international. He could be I know he has international audience, so this could be in France and in Italy and where do they have? They have in India. This could be in the UK. This could be in Canada. This could be in Australia. But that positioning needs to happen for each country. You have to pick the categories that you're going to position your book in. And where this is really robbing the people, everybody that you want to serve, is that Amazon is the biggest search engine on the planet for people who want to buy stuff, who have problems they want solved and results they want delivered, and your book isn't there. And in this case, now your book is, or this is Garrett's book and it is there. Woohoo, it's there. The problem is unless they look for exactly these words, they can't find it. And Amazon doesn't know how to promote you. What Amazon will do is give you free promotion. If they see that your book is hot and it's a new release, which this one is, and you see that you have this many reviews in this short a period of time, Amazon wants to promote you, but they need the keywords and the categories that are appropriate to your book and your brand and your message so that they can go ahead and find the people that they can promote to. What we are talking about is countless thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are not currently getting the message that this book is a new option for them to buy. Now, it's been 24 to 48 hours, so this can be corrected. And I see that Garrett does have a publisher here. This is Next Century Publishing. So maybe this is in their path and it just hasn't happened yet. And sometimes it happens with the algorithm with Amazon. But for fuck's sakes, like that, this is an imperative. Like to position your book so that you get to take advantage of the partnership that you get with a billion-dollar company that wants to share your message with the world. But now, in this case, they have a beautiful book with an amazing message, and unfortunately, it's not positioned in such a way to share it with them yet. I'm going to correct this. I'm going to talk to Garrett and whatever the powers that be to go ahead and make sure this shifts, because it drives me friggin' insane. Now, the other thing, let me just review this. I'm real curious how fast this will go, if he's got even more reviews that have come in. Here we go, 2 more. Last time I refreshed, there's like friggin' 60 more. But there's 2 more positive reviews that came in. That's amazing. So Garrett's got a nice following. There's 2,000 men in the warrior movement now, and it's soon to be a lot bigger than that. And he's starting his first warrior movement for women. Now, here's the next thing. Reviews on Amazon. This is the other thing that Garrett needs to be careful of, and you need to be too. I've had hundreds of reviews removed from Amazon. Like, this looks brilliant right now, but they can be removed tomorrow. There's an algorithm that Amazon has, and if they think that your reviews are bullshit, they'll just pull them. So what I've got for you is a gift. Because if you want to leave a 5-star review for Amazon on Amazon that Amazon will love, then you need this little checklist. So if you go to my website, if you're looking at my screen right now, and if you're not looking at my screen, that's fine. You can go to trevorcrane.com, and you can just hit this little search button, the search bar up at the top right. And when you hit that search, you want to enter this. You want to enter the words Amazon review. I did this just a little bit ago, and I pulled up. There's a few different blog posts I have about this. Here we go. Here's the one. So Amazon review. You'll see that I've made several posts about this, about how to get more 5-star reviews, how to leave a 5-star review that people will love. And if you click on this big black image here about this, it's going to give you the instructions. Now, this is important for 2 reasons. Number 1, you want to leave reviews that stay up. I have currently been blackballed by Amazon, and I can't leave a review on people's accounts, and it pisses me off, and I haven't been able to fix it. So like right now, I want to leave Garrett a phenomenal review, and I can't. So I have to leave that through my wife's account or my assistant's account or somebody's account to go ahead and leave an amazing review, and I will. But what a pain in the ass. I can't even go into my own account and review the book. And somehow I must have violated one of their damn policies, or I'm on their watch list or something. I don't know what the bag is, but you don't want that to happen to you because it feels like shit. You can't go ahead and review somebody's book when you want to and leave an amazing review. The instructions are here. There's a 1, 2, 3 on it. I guess there's 5 steps here. And I give you some insight into why and how to be specific and not too long and so forth. And then there's a whole article about it that you can go ahead and download. I've done videos on this. I think it's really important. But this is also important for you when you want to get reviews for your own stuff. Because if you publish your book and you want to have Amazon promoting you, and by the way, getting reviews on your book as soon as possible, as soon as your book goes up online, is really important. What happens is if it's not up there and somebody leaves you a bad review and you have 1 review and it's 1 star, which happened to this guy, it sucks. It's like a punch in the nuts. And then what happens is people see that it's a 1-star review, so someone else is going to jump on there and give you a 1-star review. My first 2 reviews on my first book that made me the 10x my income. And I've now got almost 100 reviews on, not as many as Garrett has in 24 hours, the freaking bastard. He's doing an amazing job. But that first book that has so many great reviews on it now, for me, my first 2 reviews were 1-star reviews. And the concerns were actually, one of them was valid and one of them wasn't. It's not really relevant. Someone just thought I sucked, and the other one said that the formatting was shitty, which it was shitty. I had made a mistake when I first uploaded my book, and I didn't know any better. But I didn't make the getting new reviews on Amazon my priority, which Garrett did. Freaking awesome. But I just shared this article with the warrior movement saying, guys, if you want to leave a review that Amazon's going to love, make sure you follow this. Now, there is a distinction here. This is about an ebook review versus just a physical copy. And so someone just asked me on the network, they said, hey, what if I take a picture holding the book? Better, because now they know you've got it. And if you leave a video review, it's even better. Those look great on Amazon, and they show up first, and that's really cool. And then you can have a video review. But you've got to ask them, and you've got to make that important. Okay. So this gave you 2 tips about publishing. One is that when you publish, you need to position your book on Amazon in the right place, and it doesn't matter how many frickin' books you sell, you're not going to get to become a #1 bestseller unless you've hit those positions. I can't tell you how many times I consult with my clients and their traditional publishers to help them figure this shit out. So if you can't figure that out on your own, that's why we have Epic Author Publishing, and I'd love to support you. Number 2, reviews are really important, and it's not just important to get them, it's make sure that you get verified reviews. So I just hope to Jesus that these 146 reviews stay here. Maybe there's something slightly different about paperbacks that's beyond my knowledge right now, and that's entirely possible. I just don't want them to be jammed. It's hard to download the ebook here when it's not even available. He didn't even do the formatting for the ebook yet. But the physical book is amazing. The audiobook is coming out soon. My challenge to you, again, if you're still paying attention to me here, is to get this book and read it. but don't just read it to consume it and get through it. Read it to discover your revelations in every single chapter. I'm in the process of going through that now. And then I don't just write it down in this journal, but I'm reporting on it so that I can go ahead and take everything in my life to the next level. This is a recommendation for the book. It's an evaluation of where I'm at so far with it, of what I've learned, how to leave an amazing review for it. And I hope you join us in Stop Lying, Start Leading today. I'm just looking at the title right here on the screen. Okay, that's all I got for you. I will see you tomorrow, another daily dose of greatness quest. And please share this with someone else that you love, whether that's the podcast, this book, one of my books, whatever it is. We have a moral responsibility to help make people's lives better, I believe. So do that today, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow, another daily dose of greatness quest. To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.